Hey Virgo, what's up? This is Kashia with Mother's Gems, here to give you your end of the year reading that will spill over into January 2020. What I want to do is give you some things that you can focus on and attune to and write down to resolve or work on for the rest of the year going into 2020. Now, before I began the video, I shuffled and meditated on your spirit, and I used my Moonology that you see over here to get the overall tone and vibration of your reading. And the card that came out for you guys is New Moon in Taurus, Prosperity Lies Ahead. New Moon in Taurus, Prosperity Lies Ahead. Now, when you get that card, most of the times that happens when you've gone through a lot of things. You've gone through a lot of evolutionary period, and now it's really time for you to move on into a new cycle in your life. And prosperity can mean in money, wealth, health, and or spiritual, and in knowledge and truth, okay? So the cards that I picked out for you guys, well, that came out and revealed themselves to me for you, are the Ace of Wands reverse, the Nine of Cups, the Eight of Cups reverse, the Seven of Swords, the King of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, and the Tower card in reverse, okay? And again, before I start, if you would like a personal reading, the information is in the description video below, okay? All right. So a lot of you are feeling undervalued or unheard at work. Like you have a great job and you're loving the space that you're in, but some of you are having a disagreement or a misunderstanding at work with your boss or a coworker or something like that to make you feel like you're unappreciated and not seen for your abilities and work. But this reading is here to tell you that it's time for you to stand up for yourself. And if you feel like you've done so and nothing has changed, that maybe it's time for you to move on. Like you've given it enough try, you've put all your heart effort into it, but it is just showing that maybe it is time for you to go on and go forth. Stay woke. And it may be a little bit of drama and conflict at your workplace of work because of that, Virgo, but you need to make sure that your house is in order, your mind is in order, and that you're also not overthinking things, because that will also cause you to act according to what your thoughts. Sometimes your thoughts are not what they seem, or it's not that, you know. A lot of you have missed, or not, I don't want to say missed out on a blessing, but you've missed out on an opportunity with someone because you have allowed your ego to get in the way of yourself. There's a thing, you haven't really changed your mindset with relationships. You're doing the same thought process as you used to do, or you used to believe based off of people you used to date, but you have a new desire for a new kind of love, but you haven't let go of the hurt and issues that no longer serve you or that have hurt you in the past, and you're bringing that over, and so you're missing an opportunity on love. Because that person just doesn't want to be around you any longer as you continue to not listen, to block communication. All right, this Tower card is saying that for some of you, a love relationship or a love interest, or someone that you thought was generous and kind, have been waiting for you to open up and be more communicative, but you've been stuck in your head and in your own way, and not really being open and honest about if you want a relationship or if you don't, or how you feel about this person. You can't have a complete full relationship, Virgo, or a plan in your head without sharing it with the person that you're interested in, so that you know you're on a full page. Because if you do not, this person will move on and find someone who is more open and more communicative to suit their needs. Because Virgo, you may mean well, but you do a lot of thinking in your head. You do a lot of overthinking to the point where you don't make a move, and this person is waiting for you to communicate back. Instead, you are communicating with yourself in your head and second guessing movements, while somebody on the other side is making actions toward this person, making steps and letting them your interests know that they are interested. You know, they're having action but you have slept on the opportunity. So something may have happened or will happen where it's not bad, but it's like a real need for communication or a realization from someone in your life or from you that this is just not going to go anywhere, because Virgo, you haven't opened up your mouth to express how you feel about this person. And this is a very generous person, but your ego has gotten in the way of you being happy or trying to start something with this potential, because you're just stuck in your own way. You're just really caught in the gossip of things, or the gossip in your head, or just overthinking things, and you didn't make a move. That is for some of you. For others of you, it's really a time, there's some things that have just been upsetting when it comes to your finances. You've been overly generous, or just saying yes to everyone and instead of saying yes to yourself. And there's going to come to a point where you're just like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I really need to value myself more, and the things I want and the things I'm putting forth. And you're going to end a lot of friendships, or just dwindle them off because you know that they no longer serve you. A lot of you have people in your life because of all these years don't mean anything, because you have someone who is really negative in your life, and you're giving them enough chances mentally and emotionally, but they're still proving themselves to be very forceful and very determined and just very overpowering, and it's just not really conducive to your spirit and how you want to live your life. So you're going to want to begin phasing them out, because this is just not what you want. This is not what you need. Also, with the Ace of Wands in reverse, also a time for you to go back into yourself and figure out what it is that you want and desire. That you need to give yourself time. That you need to be grateful for where you have come, what you have been through. But it's time for you to leave certain things in the past, Virgo. This is a warning. This is a reminder again to get out of your head. Have conversations with those you care about, your employers, and all of these things, because nobody can read your mind. Okay? No one can read your mind and know how you're feeling or know what it is that you need or require. And this is also a call for you to think before you speak. Okay? Think before you speak, because a lot of times, especially if it's someone who says they care about you, they're not telling you things or saying things to hurt you or make you feel a certain way. So before you get defensive, figure out, why do you feel offended? What is the best course of action? And is this person really trying to hurt you or be there for you and support you in the best way that they can? Okay, Virgo? So for you, just thinking about something won't make it happen. You literally have to be active in your own thought process, and you have to be active in your own life and making these changes and needed changes, and also being more direct about what it is that you need. And just be mindful of your money, and or be mindful of people who are out to cheat you, who aren't there for you, who seek to just use you. Because if you're so focused on those sorts of people, you're going to miss out on the people who are genuinely there for you. Also, when it comes to your job and things of that nature, see how you can maneuver upward and forward to better yourself. And if within that company or that space, you don't feel like you are valued, it is time for you to think about moving forward, doing something under your own abilities or things of that nature, or start the process of doing so, because prosperity lies ahead, because you have earned it this year, Virgo. This year you have gone through a lot of deep shadow work, meaning inner thought, and really a realization of where it is that you need to go and what it is that you need to do. You have had a spiritual revelation, and an awakening where you realize that church and spirituality is within you, and as long as you have a connection with your spirit guides, that it is all with your spirit guide, higher power, or whatever have you. You really don't have to prove to anyone else your spiritual goal and things of that nature. But it is really a time for you to get up and be and do the things that you say. Make it clear and be clear and set your goal and intention with someone. If you haven't lost the opportunity to go back and get that person and let them know how you truly feel and what it is that you desire or require. If you want a relationship with this person, go forth and do so. And if you're already in a relationship, this is a time to keep lines of communication open. Do not jump to conclusion. No, listen before you speak. A lot of times you only listen to respond, and you feel like someone is attacking you, and then you go inward and overthink it, and you assume people are thinking negative about you. Stop doing that, because you will end up alone and in your head, and this person is looking at you like, are you going to open up more? What are you going to do? Because if you don't do it, they will find someone else who will do it effortlessly, without the constant reminder and without the constant tiredness, Virgo. Okay? So from now, going on into the new year, it is time for you to relax your ego and walk in by feeling, and be generous and kind to yourself, and just be open. Have that open line of communication, because if you want to go somewhere new, you have to get rid of things that no longer serve you. That is mentalities that are hindering you in your progress. All right? If you would like a full reading, the information is in the video. Happy New Year, Virgo.